And we're back Southwest Florida. You can see on the screen right there, young investors. These are young, pretty much African Americans and everything else who are out there doing it, investing that money. We had a president of Young Investors here in the studio to talk all about it, talk about the new book and all that great stuff that's happening. His name, remember his name now, because he's going to be the next Donald Trump. Juan Chisholm is here, all the way from Tallahassee. Came on down on I-75. Juan, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
It's good to get you here. And looks like you're not letting the moss grow up under your feet. You're out there trying to get people involved in investment. I mean, I looked over at the screen. Looked like you got a culturally diverse on that poster you have there that we got a great shot on. You got a culturally diverse group of people there who are involved in the organization. Is it more African Americans, or are you trying to get more minorities into it, or who's your audience?
We're actually just trying to, we are more minority owned and operated. We are trying to reach out and reach more minorities and any other person interested in investing young, often, and purposeful, as we like to put it. And that tends to extend over into several different young students, young investors.
Are you finding that minorities, or are you finding that the young people in general are really interested in getting into investing?
I think once they have a concept in terms of they take heed to it or they like it, but a lot of times we do have to partnership with other organizations so that the partner buys into it, and then all of their members just partake of the spoils of everything.
That's great. And we're going to continue to talk. I see your book right here. The book is called How to Make Your Past a Blessing to Your Future. I got a chance to read this book a few days ago, and I couldn't hardly put it down, man. It looks like you laying down the pen to the pad. You're gonna be like the next Darren Snyder. You keep writing like this. But I'm gonna get an autograph of your book, and while you're autographing that book, just give me a little autograph, because I might sell it on eBay when you become like the next Donald Trump. But while you're autographing that book, Juan, what inspired you to actually put pen to pad and put a book out as well?
I think the thing that really inspired me to actually write the book, actually a combination of things. During the course of my senior year at Florida State, I was studying literature, finance, and econ. I was working a full-time job. Several people used to call me and say, Juan, can you help me invest? Can you help me do this? Can you help me do this with my finances? And I was trying to write a love story.
Okay.
And I felt God just really put something on my heart that said, don't ever doubt yourself or my plan for your life. And from that, I was spending this motion to write this book, How to Make Your Past a Blessing to Your Future.
Great.
And from there, the people used to call, and people just took heed to it, and we took off.
You know, but one of the things I noticed in reading this book is it takes a Sesame Street approach to investing. You know, when I say Sesame Street, that's something I try to do with this television show.
Right.
Make it simple that everybody can understand,
right,
and not be above anybody's head, but also not to and to respect people's intelligence.
Right.
And breaking down some of these complex investment vehicles that you talked about in here, what was the challenge in making it really simple like you did?
I think the challenge was around trying to make everything simple for people, is to just try to kind of step back. See, from studying and actually being in the field of finance, investing, economics, you learn some very technical, you learn some very technical things. And just to try to step back and say to people, now, if I didn't know anything about this, how would I understand that? And I had to ask myself and rewrite and rewrite and rewrite, and from there we came with the finished product. And that's what you see.
Also on the screen right now, we were clicking around on your website. People can see the website address, but also we're taking a look at the website there, that you guys have a nice website. There's your book there up in lights, and people go to younginvestors.com. They can read and get more involved in the process. .org, younginvestors.org, and what are some key things in that website that they'll get exposed to when they go visit your site?
I think once people check out our website and they sign up, what we try to do at Young Investors, we have certain issues and articles on stocks, bonds, mutual funds, CDs, real estate, investment clubs, and wills. And what we try to do once people sign up with Young Investors and they partake of it, they can read the monthly articles on these things and get acclimated to them, so they can say, okay, I can invest. And as well as that, we also have different portions where we showcase other young investors that are doing some amazing things. Jamal Sowell at University of Florida, other people, and we showcase these people so young people can take heed to them, with the role models, and say, okay, I'm just like this person, and look at what they're doing. I can do this as well.
That's excellent. Long-term wealth building process. and traditionally, what we see a lot of times in African American community, people being ghetto fabulous. They got all these bling bling and got a car, big car, and all this stuff, and then they don't even own their real estate. They're renting. They don't have any investments. They don't have any cash in the bank. They're living from check to check. How do we get out of that mindset and start building some wealth?
You're right. To move from that, it's all about, you're right, changing your mindset. If you change your mindset, you can change your life. It starts from that concept. I think that people first need to understand that it's a bigger picture, number one, and also understand that you don't have to have all this nice stuff. It's good to have nice stuff, but you don't need the bling bling, the fancy cars, designer watches, clothes, or shoes to be wealthy. It starts with just looking in the mirror and understanding that God made you somebody special first, and from there you can take heed to some of this other stuff. We talk a lot about building a legacy, and when you invest, you're building a legacy for other people to come, your family, your future generations. And I think if most people thought about this, that might kind of set some things into motion to start investing.
Yeah, around 2000, 2001, we had a big shock in the stock market with the drop in the stock market. A lot of people lost money in the stock market. Do you encourage people to continue to invest in stocks, or do you think that crash sort of made a lot of people back off, and now they're missing out on some opportunities in the stock market?
Actually, from an investor perspective, I think it's good when the stock market prices go down. Usually when you invest, you need to have the mindset that it's always a consistent thing. No matter what happens, you need to always be able to put the same thing in, unless you're just completely losing. And the good thing about when the stock prices drop, there are some amazing companies, and when these prices drop, that actually gives you an opportunity to buy into them. And remember, when you're investing, a lot of times by the time that you find out about these companies, you're actually too late. Investing is all about trend setting, jumping onto the trend before other people get on it. And if you can be ahead of the trend.
Tell us a bit about your educational background. People see you sitting up here talking with a suit and tie on, cufflinks, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm actually, I'm a graduate of Florida State University, studied literature, finance, and economics. I'm actually in lieu of trying to go to law school as we speak now. Some of the other things that I've done in school, I'm active in my fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
We won't hold that against you because I'm a Phi Beta Sigma, but go on. Sigma.
I've won several different awards, the Entrepreneur Award, Investor Award, other things in that genre of talk.
Okay, great. What kind of investments are you making for yourself?
I would say the investments that I'm all about right now are real estate, in terms of home ownership, owning land. It will run out. Stock investments, and also just having creative ideas and jumping onto those. Entrepreneurs, you never go wrong.
How can people get involved in Young Investors?
Okay, you can check out our website at www.younginvestors.org. That's Young Investors with an S. Or you can contact myself and one of our staff people at 1-888-842-7572.
All that's on the screen right there. We got about a minute left in the show. Let's talk quickly about the book. Okay. How can a person get this book? By going to that website as well?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. You've established some partnership programs. Why don't you educate our public to those?
Okay. The partnership program works in this way. It's all about getting people involved, getting people comfortable with Young Investors. Check it out. What people need to understand with the partnership program is if an organization has people interested in our content, they can sign up for the partnership program and join Young Investors by virtue of that. The partner buys in, and all of their members just join Young Investors and can utilize all our research, all our resources, everything that we have to offer for their people. And we have people like Job Corps of Jacksonville, Trojan Investors Club, FSU Investment Firm, different names and businesses that have already took heed to it.
Well, you guys are really out there rocking and rolling, Juan. It's great to have you out there doing what you're doing, and we'll try to get you back here on the show in the future, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, hold tight. I want to remind everybody that next week on the show, we get a chance to talk to Eduardo Welch, a professor at Edison Community College, also a professor at Florida Gulf Coast University, and we get to talk to Jeff Schuler about all the things going on with Lee Tran. He's the marketing director at Lee Tran. All that's happening next week on Lee Pitts Live. So for those who say it can't be done, they are usually interrupted by those like Juan Chisholm, president of the Young Investors, who are doing it. You're watching Lee Pitts Live on UPN 8. We'll see you.
There's talking and singing. Everything is there to keep you swinging. We're glad you turned in.